Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. This morning, hopefully, we will be listening to 108 names of the goddess Athena. You might want to go with your mantra books if you've got them handy to you, and it's on page 61 or thereabouts, depending on the edition that you have. And then we'll be listening to a 1999 Diwali talk. The puja was given in Delphi in Greece. Now I do say hopefully because I seem to be having a connection problem on my phone, and I put it on charge last night before I went to sleep, and got up this morning and it hadn't charged. So it was a mad dash this morning, trying all these different things, hoping and bundunning and hoping that it would all turn out. So we're sitting on about 20%, I think, which is pretty good. And with the power of bunduns and everyone's attention, hopefully we'll get through today's program. But before we start, let's all bow down in front of Shri Mataji, raise our kundalini and put ourselves into bundan. So if you do have your mantra books, as I said before, it's on roughly around page 61, just depending on what version of the mantra book you have. I came across this a few weeks ago actually, and the vibrations just about jumped out of the laptop. It was amazing. So here we go.
Tvameva sakshat Shri Pallas Athena sakshat Shri Shakti Mataji Shri Devyai Namo Namaha. Om Shri Athena Heretismos Esena. Om Shri Athene Heretismos Esena. Om Shri Atritoni Heretismos Esena. Om Shri Alcamenis Heretismos Esena. Om Shri Ari Heretismos Esena. Om Shri Evi Heretismos Esena. Om Shri Aeni Heretismos Esena. Om Shri Alquiesa Heretismos Esena. Om Shri Aloeftos Heretismos Esena. Om Shri Ahavi Heretismos Esena. Om Shri Ainor Heretismos Esena. Om Shri Aiestratos Heretismos Esena. Om Shri Alquimachi Heretismos Esena. Om Shri Akamatos Heretismos Esena. Om Shri Adamastos Heretismos Esena. Om Shri Alitis Heretismos Esena. Om Shri Achrantos Heretismos Esena. Om Shri Anemolios heretismos esena. Om Shri hagamos heretismos esena. Om Shri apirodin heretismos esena. Om Shri athis heretismos esena. Om Shri anemotis heretismos esena. Om Shri aftonos heretismos esena. Om Shri amator heretismos esena. Om Shri olomorphos heretismos esena. Om Shri ethia heretismos esena. Om Shri ahorea heretismos esena. Om Shri andis heretismos esena. Om Shri ariti heretismos esena. Om Shri arsenomithos heretismos esena. Om Shri glosiropis heretismos esena. Om Shri variktipos heretismos esena. Om Shri hlavki heretismos esena. Om Shri handofondis heretismos esena. Om Shri orgophonos heretismos esena. Om Shri orgolofa heretismos esena. Om Shri dini heretismos esena. Om Shri daifron heretismos esena. Om Shri doritharsis heretismos esena. Om Shri diogenis heretismos esena. Om Shri dolomitis heretismos esena. Om Shri evdomas heretismos esena. Om Shri erithris heretismos esena. Om Shri erisiptolis heretismos esena. Om Shri ergoponos heretismos esena. Om Shri ergani heretismos esena. Om Shri eupalamos heretismos esena. Om Shri eparthinos heretismos esena. Om Shri evriti heretismos esena. Om Shri zostiria heretismos esena. Om Shri rienia heretismos esena. Om Shri pia heretismos esena. Om Shri stotelia heretismos esena. Om Shri stoponos heretismos esena. Om Shri posos ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Pallas Athena, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Ganesha, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Katharine, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Kalnidifros, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Laosos, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Lafria, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Makera, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Megathimos, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Mechanitis, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Xenia, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Ombrimothimos, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Oplocharis, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Ophthalmitis, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Oxiderkis, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Potmia, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Polyvolos, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Polymidis, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Polemidokos, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Παρθένος, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Pallas, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Πολεμοκλόνος, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Pronaos, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Pronia, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Peonia, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Pania, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Paria, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Sophie, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Salpix, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Sthenias, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Semni, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Tritonis, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Talaeros, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Tolmiesa, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Telchinia, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Philomolpos, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Philerithos, ερετισμός εσένα, Om Shri Phthysymvrotos, heretismos esena. Om Shri Feras Pis, heretismos esena. Om Shri Alcoicos, heretismos esena. Om Shri Halinitis, heretismos esena. Om Shri Velentheos, heretismos esena. Om Shri Ormastira, heretismos esena. Om Shri Filistros Kakis, heretismos esena. Om Shri Vronis Isagathis, heretismos esena. Om Shri Tritoyenya, heretismos esena. Om Shri Litirakakon, heretismos esena. Om Shri Nikiforos, heretismos esena. Om Shri Hlavkopis, heretismos esena. Om Shri Evplokamos, heretismos esena. Om Shri Evresitechnos, heretismos esena. Om Shri Polilisti Vasilia, heretismos esena. Om Shri Irini Poliolvos, heretismos esena. Om Shri Hia, heretismos esena. Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha.
We'll just continue in silence for a few minutes.
it is very, very fortunate and auspicious that we are celebrating the Diwali in Greece, especially in Delphi. It has a very ancient history, and as you know, Athena resided here. She was the primordial mother. Atha in Sanskrit means primordial. So, this place has been described, even the Puranas, as Manipur. Manipur is the Nabi. Also in Sanskrit, Manipur means the Nabi chakra. So described as the Manipur Dweep is written Manipur Te Dweepe. Just imagine these Puranas, these ancient time books. God knows how old they are. Must be at least 8,000 or maybe more. And they have described Greece as the Manipur Dweep, is the place of Nabi. And where resides the Nabi? That's the Athena. So, how it was known to them, maybe through torsion area, I can say, but is written very clearly. And same we find here is the place of Athena, which is in the Nabi. Also, Athena is the primordial mother. They say, expressed herself first in the sea on the Nabi. From there, she did all her work. Now we can say that in her movement, when she came down as existence, she created Shri Ganesha, and then she went to the right side and created Mahasaraswati. We can say the whole universe, all creations she created. And then she came down and settled as Kundalini, but coming down she created Mahalakshmi, principle which is for our ascent. This was her movement. But it is said that she incarnated in the Nabi, because maybe after doing all this, she incarnated in the Nabi. And also we see that Ganesha's Kundalini is in the Nabi. She incarnated in the Nabi, they say, because the first pure knowledge, pure desire of a person or animal or anybody is hunger. That is in the Nabi. And this hunger she wanted to satisfy or to direct or to handle. And that might be the reason she might have first come to the Nabi. Now, this primordial mother that we have as Athena also has in her hand a Kundalini. Also, she has one strident. All this is sign that when she was born, she knew that she has to fight the evil forces in the Nabi chakra. All this history is really shown very clearly in the Greek mythology. But later on, this mythology took a very, very wrong path through human beings, as they know how to spoil everything. So what they did is to make all the gods and goddesses look like human beings. And so we have here many gods which are in India. They are represented even in the Greek mythology. But the Indian gods are kept very pure and very godly and saintly. But here it was brought down to the level of human beings. And so many gods who were there were shown to be little different from Indian gods because they made it human. It's very surprising how it was deviated gradually from one to another. Even in India, it's done. But it doesn't stay because we have Puranas. So every time people try to ruin it and spoil it, it goes back to the normal state because we have Puranas. But Puranas are not worshipped like Bible or like Quran or like any other such religious book, but they are just relating the history of the ancient times, and one has to just see it that it is intelligible, this can be explained, people can know about it. But the way they have described about Manipur Dweep was very much really great, and even at the time of Alexander, Greece was a very prosperous, extremely beautiful state. Because it is described by Chandabardai, one of the poets who came with him here, and he will describe into all details what things are. And he has also described that this is a temple of the primordial mother, very clearly, of the Adishakti. And there is the Ganesha is also sitting there. He has described it in all details. Also, the steps going to the temple are 3.5, he says. 3 are big ones and the last one is half one. And if you extend them to the whole world, it can make a 3.5 coils. Also very clearly it said that there are Swambhu of Sri Ganesha, and also about Oracle of Delphi they say that in the Nabhi Chakra the gods speak. All this is described in India much before Alexander came to India. And from that we can understand that there might have been much more rapport, maybe many people were going abroad or maybe coming here, or maybe from the Tarshan area all the Puranas were written down. So it's absolutely an ancient place we are in, which is truthful in its description and everything, no doubt. But later on the deterioration came to place. Also here there's question of Kundalini was there, and the chakras were painted also. But when Christianity came, they said it's all bogus, forget it, and they didn't want to see to the other side. And that is how it became just a kind of a history also that was not so clean and clear. The faith in Athena subsided. Faith in all the gods and goddesses also subsided. And it started becoming this, actually you can say it was disappearing nicely. This was the situation of this Greece. Now again we are back. In the Manipur Dweep we are sitting down nicely, and for Lakshmi Puja, which is in the Nabhi. Lakshmi came out of water, no doubt. But Athena is the mother of Lakshmi. She is the one who is all-pervading, and she created Lakshmi. And this Lakshmi is the one that ruled here, and she was very much manifesting. And she created beautiful things because they were very rich people, Greeks were. Very rich, they were indulging in all kinds of things, especially in business, then in shipping. Shipping is there one of the most important business, and I came with my husband here because he was a shipping man. And I was surprised that at the airport we had the minister's wife, another minister's wife, prime minister's wife, I'm surprised. Normally they never go to receive any lady in missus who comes. No, they said, you see what happened? That our husbands told us, if you really want to see a lady who is absolutely immaculately feminine and very auspicious and very serene, then it is Mrs. Srivastava. So they came to see. Imagine the idea of serenity doesn't exist now for women in the world. But these ladies came to see me that, who is this serene lady who has? And they looked after me very well. And then afterward there was an election coming also. But I don't forget the way they told me. I'm very respectful. They said, how did you develop this serenity? I didn't develop. It was just existing. I didn't do anything to look serene or in any way. Work it out. There's no beauty parlor for that. But it is something innate in me about if you think it was serenity. She said, no, all the men praised about you. That she is a person who is even in these horrible days is extremely serene. Now Diwali is very significant because today is the darkest day, darkest night and longest night. And to end it up, they put lights. Now in the atmosphere it's all very dark, black. The sun is gone. So they put on all these lights. In the same way it is Kali Yuga. Now Kali Yuga you can consider as one day. It's very dark, horrible. It has lots of problems. It's made our lives miserable and we don't know how to move in life. At this moment, what is necessary is to enlighten people. Kali Yuga at its worst now. The kind of things people are doing even in the name of God is shocking. But that is Kali Yuga, where we have lost all sense of direction. We don't know which way we are going. All kinds of wrong things we are doing and we think it's all right. After all, what's wrong in it? Everything you tell them, what's wrong? You tell them don't do it, they'll say, what's wrong? And that's how every human being has become very individualistic. In a way he is not. Because they follow a fashion, they follow a style. I mean, they are not, they are slavish. But they believe they are very independent, they are free people, they can do whatever they like. As a result of this freedom in this Kali Yuga, or the idea of freedom, what has happened with them is that they have become extremely ugly. The kind of things they are doing in Kali Yuga is unbelievable. Even when they are priests, they are in the churches, this thing, that thing, they become so horribly immoral that cannot believe how can that be. In the name of God, under the proof of God. But it has started, that is Kali Yuga. And this Kali Yuga has to be finished. So what do we do to remove the darkness of the night? Is to put lights. In the same way, people should be enlightened. There should be light in the heart of people. Once they are enlightened, this darkness from which we are suffering because of our ignorance will be finished and we'll have the absolute knowledge.
We'll just have a couple of more minutes in silence. Just say the last verse of the three great mantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradaini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Thank you all for joining us today. When you're ready, please bow down in front of Shri Mataji, raise your kundalini and put yourself into bandhan. Have a wonderful day ahead and an even more wonderful Diwali, everybody. Jai Shri Mataji. And all those bandhans must have worked because we made it to the end on very little battery. So Jai Shri Mataji. Have a great day, everybody.
Sakala